Welcome back to our series, where we explore the intricate web of deception and betrayal that often lurks beneath the surface. In today's episode, we delve into Chapter 5, In the Shadows of Greed, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Together, we will uncover the chilling realities of trust, manipulated for selfish gain, revealing how appearances can be dangerously deceiving. Join us as we unveil the hidden truths lurking in the shadows. Let's dive in. In 1973, Raley's brought Charles Nordby on as an outside consultant to deliver their highest profits. Chuck Collings, Jim Teel, and Frank McMinn made a gentleman's agreement to give Charles Nordby a bonus, believing that his work would lead to Raley's greatest profits ever. Charles trusted Chuck, but when he requested a signed agreement for the bonuses, Collings told him,
"Charlie, you don't need a contract. My word is my bond."
However, Collings was not what he appeared to be. Always carrying a Bible and inviting Nordby to Bible studies, Charles didn't realize that Collings was using his faith to deceive others. Chuck Collings was a wolf in sheep's clothing. It later became clear to Charles that Tom Raley and Chuck Collings were cut from the same cloth, both having a history of dishonest dealings. Charles was confident that his program would bring Raley's immediate success and profits, and it did. The company quickly experienced unprecedented profit levels, which Chuck and Jim knew would require them to pay Charles a significant bonus based on their handshake agreement. Knowing they might be facing a hefty payout, Collings and Teel hatched a plan to avoid giving Charles the bonus he rightfully deserved. By this point, they understood that Raley's was set to become a major player in Sacramento and Northern California, thanks to no one other than, yup, you guessed it, Charles Nordby. They realized that the Teel family, along with Tom Raley, would become very wealthy because of Charles. But how could they sidestep the generous bonus? This is how. They proposed that Charles leave his consulting business and join Raley's as the Director of Security. This title seemed fitting, as it implied he was securing Raley's future success. However, what they failed to inform Charles was that this position came with the designation of non-bonus eligible. This meant the bonuses they had promised him would no longer apply, and their omission constituted an act of fraud. Fraud was the crime of Raley's. Had they been truthful about the nature of the position, Charles would have never accepted it. He was counting on those promised bonuses to finally take his wife on a long-awaited vacation, after raising 9 children for 30 years. For the first 3 years of his consulting role at Raley's, Chuck and Jim constantly made excuses to withhold Charles's bonus. After enduring their lies and witnessing all the store managers receiving bonuses, Charles abruptly quit in 1976. Although he had apprehended over 8,000 criminals in his career, he had never encountered the deceitful mindset of Raley's president Chuck Collings and VP Jim Teel, who would eventually inherit the entire company and its wealth, built upon their fraudulent actions against Charles. Charles discovered the truth about the non-bonusable nature of the Director of Security position through a letter Collings wrote to Frank Nordby in 1991. It wasn't until 1994 that Charles read the letter and realized he had been deceived. Furthermore, by giving him a title that included security, Collings and Teel delivered a subtle jab at Charles, as many people associate the term with roles like mall cop, loss prevention agent, or even a Walmart greeter. Even a title such as the president or CEO of Raley's would carry negative implications, given that all of Raley's past presidents and CEOs had been ineffective in their roles. The only fitting title for Charles Nordby should have been Raley's Hero or Savior. It's clear that Charles Nordby is deserving of titles such as those. His remarkable ability to navigate Raley's through challenging times has left an indelible mark on the company, ensuring that it continues to thrive to this day. If you're intrigued and want to learn more about the hidden truths behind this story, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any upcoming videos that delve deeper into this fascinating case.